We are off here at Massey Field. St. Christopher's coming off a big 6-1 defeat over Woodbury yesterday, right here on senior night. And today they look to wrap up their regular season in a good way and hopefully try to sneak into that top 4 for the state tournament and get that first round bye. Benedictine in the recent poll came in 10th, so losing this game probably wouldn't hurt them very much, but if they can win, it would definitely lock them into a playoff spot, and potentially they could get home field in the first round. Today the Saints hosting a fall festival over on middle school fields. That's been going great so far. They look to put on a good performance in front of what should be a pretty good crowd here at Massey Field. Saints winning big yesterday, definitely beneficial for them, as only a 20-hour turnaround between kickoff in this game and the game last night. So if they had to play a high-intensity game where the starters played for 90 minutes, definitely be some tired legs out there, as that cross from Evan Broughton off target. Bishara to Sutton Olison. Really good ball there. Olison sends it into the box, but it will be won back by the Cadets. It's going to be a foul there. So free kick coming for St. Christopher's. Beckett Schofield sends it in. It's going to be cleared out by the Cadets, but Olson wins it back. He sends it into the air. Battle for it, and that's going to be a goal for St. Christopher's. Jack Bleacher off the assist from Sutton Olison, and the Saints going to take an early. Olison just sent that one up in the air, and the keeper came out for it. Bleacher got a head on it, and he couldn't get back in time. So 4 minutes into this game, St. Christopher's already with a 1-0 lead. Grayson DeCosmo down that right side. DeCosmo sends it in. It's going to be over the goal line. It'll be a goal kick for the Cadets. going to be forced out of play after a really nice job from that St. Christopher's midfield. Here's Bleacher. He sends it in. Couldn't find anyone. Hudson into Bashara. Steven Bashara sends it into the middle. Pass going to be deflected and will be a counterattack for Benedictine. The Gavin team sends it out of bounds. And really impressive work from St. Christopher's shutting down these counterattacks. They haven't been vulnerable to those at all this season, other than that collegiate game, really. So that's a bad ball from Smith. And Schofield whiffs on the slide tackle. Benedictine has numbers, and Smith does a great job to get his gloves on that cross, as would have put St. Christopher's in a very dangerous position after the poor pass. As Broughton tried to send it deep, no one was home. St. Christopher's midfield looking so good right now as DeCosmo sends it in, but a foul was called in advance of that cross. Hudson gets it over to Bleacher. Matsovich tried to get it to Charlie Hudson, but he couldn't run it down. Jackson Carlon. JMU commit number 3 there, senior midfielder. As that's a bad ball from Broughton. Benedictine has numbers. But cleared out. Great work from that St. Christopher's defense. That back line's been so strong all year. Only allowed 1 shot on target last night. Carlon. Here is Carlon. Really good run from him there. Sends it back to Beckett Schofield. Sovic now cuts it in. Over to Hudson. Tries to get it back to Sovic. Hudson takes on the shot, and that's going to be a wild one. Substitutions on for both sides now. For St. Christopher's, Tyler Overstreet replaces Evan Broughton. Carlin, such good work there on the press. As Welch needs to get rid of it, as he put himself into a dangerous position there with no men behind him. Ben Smith. Bashara can't get a good touch on it, but then wins it back right away. Hudson to Olesen. Gives it back to Bashara. Bashara gives it away, but Olesen forces it out for a throw-in. Daniel Kehoe gets his first action today. He had a goal last night. As foul is called. Benedictine's midfield has not looked bad at all, but like many teams against St. Christopher's this year, just haven't been able to come up with that final pass. They've looked better than a lot of teams have. Like last night, for example, Woodbury is being dominated on all three levels of the field. The midfield play has been pretty even so far. It's just that in that final third, Benedictine has been unable to come up with that final pass. As once again there, Ben Smith comes out and takes in the long ball. This Kehoe, looks like he slipped over the ball. Hudson for Cox, and that shot's going to be saved. Tried to go to that near post, but just didn't have a great angle. It's Benedictine going to look to counterattack, but Overstreet shuts it down right away. Great work there. going to be a throw for the Saints now. As Lucas Gordonier checks on. Benedictine has pretty solid look here. Welch deflects the pass. Great job there from Kellen Welch to completely shut down that attack. And that's going to be a throw-in now for Benedictine. Or it will be a free kick, not a throw. So free kick now coming from a very dangerous position. It's the sophomore Gavin Team taking it into the box and just over the bar from Anthony Gambardella. Really nice ball in from Team, but Gambardella sends it just over. And it'll be a goal kick for St. Christopher's. We've seen some great action in professional soccer today. El Clásico being played in Barcelona, but Real Madrid takes that 2-1 off the back of 2 goals from Jude Bellingham, and Bayern Munich wins 8-0. So we hope this game can provide as much entertainment as some of those have. It's going to be a foul there, and it'll set up a free kick for the Saints. Cross in. It'll be 1 back, and Benedictine going to look to counter. They have numbers. It's a 3-on-3. And Welch sends it out. Bashar can't get ahead on it. Dangerous look now for the Cadets, but it's going to be cleared out. Cross in. Cleared out by Schofield. The Saints are going to look to attack now. Overstreet has space on that right side, but couldn't get control of the ball. Smith blasts that off the golf cart. Schofield gives it away. And a gorgeous slide tackle there. Cross in. Gets a head on it. It's blocked. Still out. It'll be cleared by DeCosmo, but Benedictine still has it. Blocked by Carson Stalker. And for now, St. Christopher's has avoided the damage, but that's not going to last long. This is a really good ball. And Kaufman will block that cross attempt, and it'll be a corner for Benedictine. Gavin Team to take the cross. He sends it in. Smith, I believe he got a glove on that. And it will be a corner now from the other side. Team's corner. It's going to be up there. And damage has been averted for now. And Sovic is going to look to run. Saints slow things down after their momentum is temporarily halted. DeCosmo tries to send it deep, but no one's over there. Luke Ryan, junior forward, looks to chase it down, but he can't get there. Gavin Team, he's going to be fouled by Kaufman. That's going to set up a dangerous free kick now for the Cadets. And Kaufman will be shown a yellow. Down in the bottom right corner of your screen, you can see Hayden Reagan taking pictures. As Teams cross in, it'll be taken by Smith. Really dangerous ball, but good work from Smith to get his hands on it. Sovic to Schofield. Here's Bishara. Saints have a pretty good run going. Steven Bishara couldn't find that final pass, but it's back to Gordonier, and that's going to be way off to the right. as Welch gives it away. Nearly a disaster for the Saints. Carson Stalker. And it'll be taken in there by Benedictine. Sovich wins it back. He tries to slot it in to Hudson. And Schofield gives it away. Benedictine has a run now. And Smith gonna get there. Is great job from him as Antonio Schoborn shoved Kellen Welch down to the ground. That could have been worthy of a yellow. Carlon. As Benedictine still looking for that first big shot on goal. That's a really nice ball in. But that shot over the bar. They just haven't been able to find that perfect angle to set up that great shot yet. Carlon. Kehoe has it now. He's pocketed. And it will be a corner now for the Saints. To Cosmo tasked with taking the corner. It's low, and it'll be reflected right back to him. Schofield. Back at Schofield. Very impressive display of dribbling, especially for a center back. He can really do it all for this team. If they needed him to, he could easily be a midfielder. But he's just so good in that center back role that they just don't need him there. Sends it in for Gavin Team. He can't get a touch on it. Right onto the hands of Smith. Excuse me, that was not Team. That was Antonio Schoenborn. Carlon turns a man around, but corner will be awarded. Corner taken over the head of Welch. Something pretty hard to do with a guy who's 6'5". But Welch crosses it in, and it's going to be over the goal line. So here's Carlin. The Saints have a good look here. Carlin tries to send it in. Can't find anyone. Ball's still free. Shot going to be wide right from Kehoe. Cosmo has it taken away. Here's a good ball in. Can Benedictine find that big chance? They will not for the moment, as the pass goes straight to Overstreet from Christian Lugo. Carlin tries to run it down, but he can't get there. Saints have a good run. Carlin pulled down, and a foul will be called, setting up a free kick in a very dangerous position as the Saints look to double their lead. Something going up with Ben Smith as he limps off. Hopefully nothing major. The Saints do not want to lose his presence right before these big state tournament games. Does not look too serious, however, as he's walking off under his own power. Probably just some sort of cramping. But Dougie Boardman now comes in net. One luxury Coach Wood has is he has two amazing goalkeepers. And they have very, very different play styles. Ben, much more aggressive than Dougie is, but both of them are more than capable of putting a good game in net as the free kick is going to be netted. What a shot from Jack Bleacher. 2-0 now, and the Saints with arguably the goal of the season as Jack Bleacher goes in the top left corner to make this a 2-0 game. It's fine. It's 2-0 now after a masterful free kick from Jack Bleacher. As the Saints going to look to put this game away before half, as if they can make it 3-0, it'll make it very tough for the Cadets to have any sort of hope going into that second half. Bleacher to Matt Sovic. Sovic can't run it down. It'll be sent out, and that will be a free kick coming, or excuse me, a throw-in coming. Bashara, he sends it in. Olsen can't get a head on it. It's Schofield who fires. It's going to be blocked and sent back out to Kellen Welch. We approach the 40th minute now. 2-goal lead for the Saints. Overstreet. Overstreet to Schofield. Over to Stephen Bashara. As that's not a good ball. As Benedictine needs something before the half. As that through ball off target. But Welch applying the pressure near the touchline. Cross sent in. It's going to be blocked by Welch. Sent over to Stalker. The Saints are going to look to counterattack now. Sovic over to Hudson. So first half brace for Jack Bleacher. Sovic drops a man. Incredible technical display from Sovic. He now sends it in. Bleacher couldn't get his foot on it, but it'll be sent back out. Schofield. Over to Bashara. To Sovic. Matt Sovic is going to be sent out. As that ball sent in. Kaufman has it. Gardner Kaufman will go for goal, and just over the bar. Great look from Kaufman, but just too much on it. Would have been an incredible goal. Great work from the Saints midfield, as anytime Benedictine's even been looking to advance it past the midline, they've been under serious pressure. Luke Ryan. He goes down, no foul. Luke Ryan, and great save, right back, and that's going to be a goal for Daniel Kehoe. 3-0 in the 44th minute, and the Saints looking very good here, and as they look to wrap up this regular season with a win. Daniel Kehoe scores on back-to-back nights, and the Saints completely in control of this one now as we approach the half. Really poor possession there from Benedictine, giving it away right in front of goal, and Kehoe never was going to miss one-on-one with the keeper from that range. Sends it in for team. As the seconds wind down in this first half, Saints looking for one more good look. As we're into the stoppage time now. As Kehoe wins it back in a dangerous position, gets it to Luke Ryan. Ryan over to DeCosmo. He takes on the shot, and that is just wide. Great display of passing from the Saints, and DeCosmo tried to curl it in with his left foot, but just wide of that left post. And that will do it for your first half. 3-0 St. Christopher's, a brace from Jack Bleacher, and then another goal from Daniel Kehoe gives them a very comfortable lead going into the second half as they look to wrap up their 2023 regular season on a good note. We will be back for the second half. Hello and welcome back to this second half. St. Christopher's up 3-0, and they've been no way to describe it other than dominant. Jack Bleach with a brace, including a gorgeous free kick, and then another goal scored by Daniel Kehoe gives the Saints a 3-0 lead. And with the way this game's gone so far, Benedictine would need a miracle to have a chance, as St. Christopher's has looked even better than they did last night against Woodbury, and against better opposition this time too. But here's their first real run for the Cadets. Schoenborn tried to send it in, but nothing was going, however. As Carson Stalker wins it back in the box, he goes down, but the foul will be going against Stalker, so a penalty will not be awarded. The game last night, St. Christopher's looked incredible. Coming off a 4-1 loss to Collegiate at City Stadium, they needed a rebound, and they did that in a big way on senior night, 6-1 over Woodbury. Daniel Kehoe got things going early, giving the Saints their first goal. And then seniors Campbell Stalker and Matt Sovich, they added one more goal each before halftime, giving St. Christopher's a 3-1 lead at the half, as they did concede. This corner sent in will be taken in by Boardman. As here's a good look for the Saints, and they couldn't get anything going. Good work there from Joe Hopler. Sovich's corner. It's going to be low. In for Stalker. He can't get control of it. Now Sovich sends it in. Stalker back to Jack Bleacher. Already has a brace today. He's going to look to make it a hat trick in this second half. As in for Bleacher. A gorgeous ball there from Beckett Schofield, but just Bleacher couldn't get there before the keeper did. And tough break for St. Christopher's, as one more goal from them would end any hopes Benedictine has of somehow taking a point from this game. So here's a gorgeous ball in. It's Matt Sovich one-on-one with the keeper, and he skies it over the bar. Had the goal at his mercy, only the keeper to beat, and just couldn't finish it off. A gorgeous setup from Charlie Hudson. And this game will stay at 3-0. Although this is the end of the regular season, these seniors all will have at least one more chance, potentially two more chances on Massey Field, as depending on how the seeding goes, St. Christopher's, if they finish in the top four, on Monday, November 6th, they will be hosting a playoff game at Massey Field. But if they don't finish in the top four, they're likely 5. So as that shot skied over the bar once again from the Cadets. But if they don't finish in the top 4, they'll likely be the 5 seed. And in that case, they would be hosting a playoff game on Friday, November 3rd. So either way, the seniors do get at least one more chance on Massey Field after tonight. But the big goal for all of them is to get back to City Stadium and get into that state championship on November 10th. Dougie Boardman remains in goal after he took over in the 37th minute for Ben Smith following an injury. Smith standing up on the sidelines, looks in good spirit, so hopefully just some sort of cramping and nothing that will hinder him long term. Sovic has it now. He tries to slot it in for Bleacher. He can't run it down. He beat the defender, just couldn't get there before it crossed the goal line, so it'll be a goal kick now coming in for Benedictine. Bleacher has it now. Jack Bleacher slips it in for Olesen. Sutton Olesen in, and Carson Stalker had an open goal and could not finish it. Looked like they would surely make it 4-0, but somehow Stalker couldn't put it in the back of the net. So Benedictine getting very lucky in the second half, as this game could have been over by now. 2 big chances missed from the Saints. And if this was 5-0, Benedictine would have no hope at any sort of comeback. But Saints attack looking very good. Here's DeCosmo. Grayson DeCosmo slips it in. Jack Bleacher has it. Tries to get it to Hudson, but it'll be sent away. Hudson in for Sovic. Pass was intercepted. Gavin Team slips past Hudson, but we'll go over the touchline after the slide from Sutton Olesen. St. Christopher's with 2 outstanding performances. As obviously it's a different class of competition, as Collegiate's the best team in the state, but all the things they struggled with on Tuesday at City Field have been strengths these last 2 games, as their midfield was getting bossed against Collegiate, but the last 2 games been absolutely dominant, and those are the things they're going to need to see if they want to make a deep run in the state tournament, as on any given day the Saints team is good enough to beat anyone, and they've shown that as they beat they're the only team who has beaten Collegiate this year. They took them down 2-1 at Massey Field in what was just an incredible game. But just need to find consistency, as they've put some great performances on this year, but then they've also put some very questionable performances, and you're not going to be able to beat a team like Collegiate if you're not on your A game. So if the Saints can just find a good stretch of form coming into the state tournament, they could definitely make some noise and potentially even repeat as champions. Here's Team. Gavin Team leaves it off. going to be cleared out there. Kehoe. It's Daniel Kehoe. He has a good run going. He takes on the shot. It's going to be blocked up, and that'll be a corner now for St. Christopher's. DeCosmo sends it short. Kehoe tries to go through the legs, and that'll be cleared out. DeCosmo sends it in, and Schofield can't finish it. A gorgeous ball from Grayson DeCosmo, and would have been an immaculate goal had Schofield finished it off, but a very tough finish there as he didn't have a chance to connect it or recollect the ball. He just had to get his foot on it, and that's such a tough finish, but a gorgeous ball there from DeCosmo. Max Mumford checks on. First action we've seen from him recently. DeCosmo slips it in for Mumford. Max Mumford takes on the shot, and that is going to be saved there. Luke Bergeron, the freshman keeper, made some very impressive saves tonight. Mumford. Max Mumford tries to cross it, but way over the head of Cade Cox. Cosmo leaves it for Cox. Cade Cox. Great display of footwork. So he gets it back to Max Mumford. Sends it to DeCosmo. In for Hudson. Great run from Cox. In for Jack Bleacher. And Jack Bleacher has a hat trick. Gorgeous finishing from him today. And that's his third hat trick of the season. As the Saints now lead 4-0 in this one. Jack Bleacher been so good this year as he's been forced into that number 9 role, replacing Wes Wise, and he has been so good. It's the third time this year that he's put a hat trick back, and with that, the Saints have just about taken the lead that they should not have any issue defending. Four 4-0. your score here at Massey Field. And, you know, coming off a 4-1 loss, not bad to, as that's going to be sent wide, way to the left. But coming off a 4-1 loss at City Stadium, you have to imagine the Saints are pretty happy about outscoring their opponents 10-1 in their next 150 minutes of football. That pass going to be wide to the left. So I stand corrected about what I said earlier about the Saints being done after this game. They have a Halloween game at Norfolk Academy that was rescheduled from Friday, October 20th, when it's a pretty rainy day, so didn't want to have to travel in the rain and then get stuck. But, yeah. So the Saints, one more chance in this regular season. And Norfolk Academy is a very good team. So that is a huge game for them. Bashara. Steven Bashara has it on that left side. He tries to send it in. Couldn't find anyone, however. Foul called. In the recent VISA poll, Norfolk ranked 8th, and St. Christopher's ranked 5th, only 3 votes behind Cape Henry. So if they come out and dominate Norfolk, that could definitely propel them into a playoff spot, as already 2 incredible performances against Benedictine's a playoff team, Woodbury's a borderline playoff team. St. Christopher's blowing both of them out. To win is one thing, but to win 6-1 and then to be winning 4-0, those are completely different things than just your normal 2-1 victory. So it's definitely going to be something that the voters do note. And something also to note, in their last action, which was last Friday, Cape Henry lost to Norfolk Academy. So if St. Christopher's beats Norfolk, you have to think that they are going to get moved into a playoff spot as Luke Ryan takes it away. The Saints are going to look to run again. Ryan, good display of technical ability, but beat the first man, couldn't beat the second. So that Norfolk game for St. Chris, very, very big, as they win that game, probably secures them a first-round bye. But we will see. Avi Gupta seeing his first action. That's a great dribble. Gupta tries to send it in for Ryan. It's one back by Hudson, who passes it right to a Benedictine defender. I'm not sure how much it matters, but goal differential, definitely something that the voters take into account. So after falling by 3 goals on Tuesday, St. Christopher's coming out and blowing out 2 teams definitely going to help them in the eyes of the VISA voters when that time comes. Assuming there is no miraculous comeback, as here's a nice ball in. Matt Sovich. Sovich whips it in for Gupta. He can't get his head on it. Throw coming for the Cadets. Kaufman, great defending there. As I believe this is a water break for both teams, so we'll be back after the short intermission. So we are back after a water break. Both teams hopefully fueled up and ready to go, and we avoid any cramps on what is a pretty hot day at Massey Field, especially for it being October 28th. 84 degrees is wild. Is that cross way over the head? But yeah, we hope both teams avoid any injury issues in a pretty hot day. We're not a cloud in the sky here overlooking Massey. Hat trick from Jack Bleacher, and then a late first half goal from Daniel Kehoe, alongside a combined clean sheet from Boardman and Smith, have the Saints looking very good. As some big games this week, they try to lock down the state bye in the state tournament. As I mentioned, they came in to the last poll ranked, which came out on Tuesday, October 18th. They came into that poll ranked 5th, top 4, get that first round bye, and Cape Henry Collegiate only 3 votes ahead of them. They fell to Norfolk Academy, who's ranked 8th, and who St. Chris takes on here at Massey on Tuesday, October 31st. So, as Stalker commits a foul, and it will set up a pretty dangerous free kick now for Benedictine. Free kick, going to be, I believe that was a cross, but wide left. '74th minute now. Saints looking to keep padding that goal differential. Here's Matthew Noble. Nice slide tackle there. But it'll be a corner for the Saints. Grayson DeCosmo sends it short. Olesen, he's tripped up. That's going to be a very dangerous free kick set up now for St. Christopher's. It's going to be DeCosmo taking it. Grayson DeCosmo whips it in. That's going to be a corner. Olesen. Back to Grayson DeCosmo. That was the same spot he scored from on Tuesday against Collegiate, but that one was blocked. Gorgeous ball from Olesen to Matthew Noble. So Noble whips it in. No one was there. Luke Ryan. Overstreet. Over to Noble. Matthew Noble. He's going to be tripped up, but made contact with the ball first, so no sort of foul going to be called there. As Olison was grabbed, that'll be a free kick. It'll be Beckett Schofield taking it. We haven't seen him for much of the second half. Coach Wood probably trying to rest some of the starters in a blowout with a couple big games coming up next week. Hopefully only one game, as hopefully they get that bye. As Schofield sends it in, and the cross was a bit strong. Keeper takes it in. Saints, 12 more minutes to go before they wrap this one up. Jack Bleacher, once again, clinical in his attack. His third hat trick of the season. His day likely done with the 4-0 lead, but he's been just so good this year. And fourth goal coming from Kehoe. Great work from the St. Chris defense, and also especially great work from the midfield. They have been so impressive, not just today, but this whole season, really. And in the limited action they've gotten, great work from the goalkeepers, but they really haven't been challenged at all. Only maybe a couple shots on goal, which is a testament to how good that midfield, that defense have been. Stalker, wow. Really impressive dribbling from him. Carson Stalker sends it in. Kehoe couldn't get there, but over the goal line anyways. Excuse me, no, they're going to rule Kehoe offsides. But wow. Carson Stalker, incredible goalkeeping. Or excuse me, incredible dribbling. And As Benedictine just looks for something. Obviously, they're not going to win this game, but even a goal at this point, or even a shot on target, would have to be a moral victory for them. Bashara sends it to Kehoe. Daniel Kehoe to Gordonier. He has some space. Nice spin move. Lucas Gordonier. The space closed down very quickly, however. It's one back. Avi Gupta takes on the shot. That's going to be blocked and just wide of the left post. Excuse me, the right post. And they'll rule the goal kick for Benedictine. Max Mumford can't slot it in for Carson Stalker. Stalker. Gordonier wins. Ooh, couldn't control it. Because if he had managed to get a good first touch on that, it would have set up a 2-on-1 for St. Christopher's. Gordonier tries to slip it in for Kehoe. So Avi Gupta whiffs on the header, but great effort from him as he wins them the ball back, as that burst forces Benedictine to clear it out instead of just taking possession. It's Gardner Kaufman now over to DeCosmo. Schofield lofts one in. Kaufman. Gardner Kaufman pushed down. That's going to be a free kick now for St. Christopher's. As DeCosmo goes short, Schofield searching. Beckett Schofield whips it in, and right out in front of goal, and it's going to be cleared out by the Cadets. Great defensive work from them on what nearly was a goal for the Saints, as slipped past the keeper. Gordonier was right there, but just managed to clear it out. Mumford. Noble tried to slip it in for someone, but no one was there. Nice slide tackle from Kaufman. albeit a pretty dangerous one with him already playing on a yellow. Benedictine just looking for something they can find here. That will set up a pretty good look on a free kick now from about 33 yards out. Excuse me, it was just a ball drop, not a free kick. Saints looking for one more goal. Noble couldn't get any passes off. That's going to be a foul. We approach the 90th minute now. Jack Rickards. And Benedictine takes on the shot, but it's going to be blocked by Kellen Welch. It'll be cleared out. And they'll play on. As great tackle there from Bashara. It's going to be cleared out. And Carson Stalker whips it over for Gordonier. Could the Saints add a fifth? It's Lucas Gordonier over to Jack Rickards. Rickards. Over to Matthew Noble. Noble takes on the shot over the bar. And substitutions on now for St. Christopher's. Approach the 93rd minute here. Still letting them play on. Blocked by Welch. It'll be a corner coming for Benedictine. That'll be taken in by Dougie Boardman. And that will do it. 4-0 your final. Hat trick from Jack Bleacher. Another goal from Daniel Kehoe, and the Saints now positioning themselves to control their own destiny for their seeding in the state tournament, as a win on Tuesday over Norfolk finally gets them in, or likely gets them in. I am Edison Palumbi. Thank you all for tuning in, and this was STC TV. Good stuff.